Why is every other pursuit besides God meaningless? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So in my last video, I was talking about nihilism, and I was talking about depression, and I was talking about the pit that's inside of your heart that can't be filled any other way besides God. And of course, people aren't going to agree with that. Not everybody is going to agree with my points of view, and that's just fine. But today, I'm going to be answering to one specific person's comment. And the reason why it's just one person's comment is because I feel that this comment has been the most impactful on my channel this far, and it's actually got me to try to think about what the answer would be. And so I commented on their comment saying that I promise I will respond with a video soon, and this is that video. So before we actually get started, I do want to say, don't thank me. I'm not the person that brings you this message. This message was brought to me by God, and now it's being brought to you by the same God. Fate and chance, I feel, aren't real. I feel that God has a perfect plan for everybody and for everything, and so he's bringing this video to you for a reason. So don't thank me. I'm just the one that's delivering the message to you. So now with that being said, let's get into it. The message reads, "Hey bro, love the video. I think that although I'm someone that's going about finding fulfillment in another way, I'm in the midst of facing similar challenges. So I think it's great that you're sharing your experience. In saying that, I'd like to ask if being in pursuit of fulfillment without a means to an end is necessarily a bad thing, quote-unquote self-improvement. At least to the degree that it should be cast aside for the goal to find perpetual perfection and or definitive answers to everything. To me, that feels like stagnation in disguise of contentment. If everything that I find beautiful in this world is finite, why should I strive for something that isn't? I guess the point of what I'm saying is that I find it's fine to state that God makes you feel complete. I'm not one to say that you're necessarily incorrect, but to state that search by any other means is pointless feels like a large claim. And although in the grand scheme it may be an idea I find true, I think that an explanation to such a theory is reasonable. Do you personally think it's impossible that a singular person has lived a fulfilling life without the means of God? Now in finding your result, have you found your purpose? If so, I'd love to hear it. Again, much love. I don't usually write comments, so thank you for providing me with questions or challenging. I don't usually write comments, so thank you for providing me with questions to challenge myself on. Hope to see you in my recommended again." Okay, so, as he writes, yes, not everybody is going to find God. And that's not exactly what he says, but for me to say that any other pursuit or any other search is pointless is a very large claim. And so what do I have to back that up? The only thing that I have is my own history and the history of others through the Bible. And really any other religion. I do want to say, we all cope with life in our different ways. For me, it may be that my way is God. The living God, Jesus Christ. He came down to earth and died for our sins. But for you, it may be something else, and for everybody, it's something. So for me to say that my way is the only right way is a very large claim. And I can see that from any other perspective looking at this. So, why then do I say it? With such confidence do I say that God is the only way? I want to go back to when I felt that self-improvement was the only way, or to when I thought working out was the only way, or to when I thought video games were the only way, or pleasure by means of food and women were the only way. Back to when I thought that pursuit of money would make me happy. Back to when I thought any other religion could make me happy. Back to when I thought I was the only one that could make me happy. I've went through so many phases of my life, and through all of them, I've always felt a creeping depression. There's always been a depression that's been creeping up on me, and I've always felt like I should be doing something more with my life, and that what I'm doing right now is meaningless and pointless. There's nothing that is going to get me in the grand scheme of things. What is all this money going to do for me when I'm dead? Everybody's going to forget about me in a couple generations, so why does it even matter? Why does anything I do even matter? And that's the same thing that I always thought, that I should be working harder, or someone's outworking me, or it's all pointless and it's all meaningless and everything I do doesn't have a purpose. Going back to the fact that I stated I've tried to turn to other religions, I just want to mention this. Yes, I've tried to turn to Buddhism. And I know these technically aren't religions, but I've tried to turn to Taoism and to Stoicism, and like I said, self-improvement. And I know those aren't really religions, like I said, but none of them ever fulfilled me. I even tried to turn to spirituality, and it was the type of spirituality that combined all of the religions into one way of thinking, and even self-improvement into the one way of thinking, science and everything. All of it did not fulfill me and make me feel a fool. And I saw a video the other day, and I don't know who the guy was, but I will quote him in saying that
they always gave some credit to Jesus Christ. The Muslims say that he was a prophet. The Christians say that he was an incarnation of the Godhead in his age. Yogananda and all these different Eastern teachers said that he had Christ consciousness. The Buddhists would even say he was a Buddha. You know, he was another incarnation of God like Buddha was. In all my searchings, I saw that all these people were pointing to Jesus. Well, yeah, Jesus is one of the ways, but we're one of the ways. And they wouldn't all agree on anything except that Jesus was one of the ways. And then I looked into the Bible, John chapter 6, where he says, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No one gets to the Father but by me. So they all gave him credit, and he only gave himself credit. And I went, well, that kind of eliminates everybody. I did this all through intellectual reasoning. If they all gave him credit, and he only gave himself credit, figured I had no choice but to go with him. And then I started praying to Jesus.
Wow. So if everybody's saying that he is the way, he must be at least somewhat important. So yes, I believe that he is the way above all other religions, and that is the reason why. Also, like I was saying, all of these other religions and all of these other worldly things do not make me feel nearly as fulfilled as God and his love. And so while yes, I do feel that if you do find perpetual perfection and or a definitive answer to everything, that might be a form of stagnation or contentment. But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being content? What's wrong with being happy? Yes, I'm weak. Yes, I'm not strong. I will acknowledge that. It's been proven to me time and time again. I am depressed. I am weak. And I keep falling into sin no matter how hard I try. I can't escape the endless cycle. The only way I've been able to escape, and the one time in my life when I've actually felt genuinely happy, and like this isn't just a ruse to something else, and that this is a purpose, is when I came to God. I don't feel empty anymore. I don't feel lost. I don't care about making money. I don't care about how good my body looks. I don't care about any of that stuff. And he also states, do you personally think it's impossible that a singular person has lived a fulfilling life without the means of God? And if we go based off of just what I know from my own life, I could say for certainty that nobody has ever lived a fulfilling life without finding God. We look at the ways of thinking and all of these other things. The people are always coping with that feeling of emptiness. Even when you turn to God, you're still going to have your bad days. But you don't have to cope with emptiness anymore. You won't be empty. He asks me if I have found my purpose. And my answer is yes. The only purpose that I have now is to serve my Lord, my God, Jesus Christ. I don't care about my money. I don't care about my fame. I don't care about my health. And while yes, I still will take care of my body, I'm still going to eat good food. I'm still going to work out. And while yes, I still do look at my subscribers, and I still am happy about my channel doing well, and I still am happy about making money. That's not what I'm focused on. That's not my purpose. My purpose is getting closer to God. That is my purpose. It's to never feel empty again. And the last thing I want to leave you off with is, no matter what you pursue, no matter where you go, and no matter what earthly thing you decide to do, you can't collect any amount of materialistic items. You can't have all the fun that you can in the world. And you can't push yourself to your limits as much as you can every day without still feeling empty and incomplete. And that is because you are missing God. And I can't prove definitively that He is real. And I can't prove to you definitively that He is the only way, unless if you decide to turn to Him. He has to come to you in His perfect timing. And He has to reveal to you everything that He wants to reveal to you in His own time. Because I can't do that for you. Like I said, I am just the messenger. I can't change your mind on everything now, but He can. And I just hope that me saying some of these things in this video has hopefully gotten you to change your mind on something, or maybe it's planted a seed inside of your mind. But I just hope that now this answered some of your questions. And maybe you can see where I'm coming from when I say that. So yes, it's not the answer for everybody, but it is the answer for me.